Hi, my name is Guerra, and I will be performing 12 Bowls of Glass by Bucky Sinister. When the light bulb I'm changing slips through my fingers and explodes in the sink, like a dream that I once had for myself that was shattered the same way by reality, I turn the faucet and I watch as the water takes the tiny, frozen spasms of glass down the steel throat of the sink. 'Cause I want that sink to feel like I do. 1 in 5 teens suffer from at least one type of mental illness. This can include depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and much more. Rates of young people having severe depression have increased from 5% in 2012 to 8% in 2015, and the numbers are only increasing. Life isn't easy for us teens. We go through the everyday problems that everyone goes through at one point in their lives, but we are told that our problems don't matter because we don't know what real problems look like because we're so young. I want society to change the way it views mental illness. I want people to know that teenagers still go through the problems that everyone goes through too. In 12 Bowls of Glass by Bucky Sinister, we see mental illness take root into the minds and lives of seemingly normal teens. I was in a restaurant with a mirror for one wall, and this lady kisses a mirror, and I had never seen anyone do this in public, and when she did it again, I started to laugh. And she turns around and says, "What?" And so I said, "Do you kiss the mirror when you're alone too, or just when you're in public?" And she says, "When she's alone too." And not only that she kisses a mirror, but her toaster too, which had burnt her lips. People talk about homeless people and others who talk to themselves are crazy. But the real lunatics are the ones with mirrors and toasters and bread to put into their toasters and walls to hang their mirrors on and lipstick for which to leave prints on reflective surfaces. But, if you crazies have to kiss something, well, kiss one of us, We will feel it. It will make a difference. Some of the clouds can go away, and maybe even a few of us will quit talking to ourselves. It's a wonder. 2 blackbirds sitting on a power line, smoking a cigarette, and one says to the other, "Hey man, we should make like the humans do. We should fly so low to the ground and eat from their tables and live in their houses." And with that, he flicked the cigarette butt into the rear end of a convertible parked below, and they watched as the upholstery caught on fire. And then one says to the other, "No, man, you got it all wrong. We should see how high we can fly, what altitudes we could reach. We should try to fly through the hole in the ozone layer." And with that, they started to argue, and they fought, and filled themselves with so much rage that they eventually became so human, they electrocuted themselves. It's a wonder we all aren't. The reason we never worked out was due to the nature of our relationship. I could equate it to a deer looking into the headlights of an oncoming Buick, blind to the impending disaster. If we had stayed together, we would have just been another roadkill. But what I have never figured out is, well, who was the deer? And who was the Buick? To wonder we all aren't screaming. There are things, that I try so hard to forget, but forgetting them would be like forgetting that I have arms or legs. And my body is tired, even though I never want to sleep again, and my eyeballs feel as if they've gone stale. And I think to myself, God help me. I'm dying in here. I'm dying in my own mind. And I look around at all the young professionals waiting to go home, crowding the subways, and I think, don't they know? Can't they smell me dying in here? Maybe they don't smell me over their own smell of sweat. But I don't even know what death smells like. I assume it smells something like maggots. When I was a kid, I used to believe in magic. I believed magic was in everything, like a litter of puppies or a plate of warm cookies. But when I saw a magician for the first time, my parents told me that there's no such thing as magic, that it's just a trick. And now I know everything is a trick, but I don't know how to turn any of them. A good magician never reveals his secrets, or so I'm told. And so far, they are right. It's a wonder we all aren't screaming like, you get so alone sometimes. You would catch a cockroach and put it in a bottle that you empty by yourself, name it Mickey, and talk to it for a few days until it dies. You get so alone sometimes that the snags in your carpet and the cracks in your mirror are talking to you. And you open the refrigerator just to see the light turn on, but, well, it's like all the food quit talking when you open the door and wait until you shut it to start talking again. You get so alone sometimes you feel like throwing all the mirrors out of your 4-story window apartment, but it's the only person who ever seems to visit. You get so alone sometimes that you sit in the corner in the same clothes that you've been wearing for 3 days straight, making shadow pictures on the walls, singing songs that you barely know, off key, making up most of the words. You get so alone sometimes that you don't even mind the way that you smell, which isn't even bad compared to the rest of the apartment. You get so alone sometimes when you see 2 people talking together, you wonder what that feels like, and you get so alone sometimes that when you come into this coffee house, you are by yourself and I am by myself, and you want to sit with me and I want you to sit with me, but we sit apart and we keep our mouths shut and we pretend like we want this time to ourselves as we read a book or read a paper or write in our journals, because you get so alone sometimes that you don't even think of things being any other way. It's a wonder we all aren't screaming like madmen. They say you have to eat 12 bowls of the leading brand cereal to get the nutrition that you get from 1 bowl of Total. Well, maybe you have to eat 12 bowls of glass to feel what you get from 1 bowl of my life. It's a wonder we all aren't screaming like madmen in our sleep, 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 our sleep. Thank you.